the dichotomy of D2C, the downfall, the pitfalls of where most brands and founders lay. Now, when I extrapolate further and dive into context of why so many brands fail, it's pretty much laid out in four sequences. It's A, majority of brands or founders are following the ancient methodology of they can acquire a brand new customer at a net loss and bank on LTV to generate profit for the brand. Now, during the years of like 2019 to 2021, you could do that. You could afford to capture a loss. You could afford to operate like a SaaS tech company. Because CPMs were lower, the cost to acquire a customer was cheaper than ever before. There's less competition in the market. You had even nationwide lockdowns. People did majority of their shopping online. They were forced to. And then apart from that, I mean, you had stimulus checks that flooded the market in 2022, which improved and skyrocketed majority of sales. And let me rephrase that. I said 2022. I meant 2020. Now, what's happening is a domino effect. Brands that are operating on those principles or those foundations are now falling face forward. They have issues with inventory. They have issues with cash flow. They're taking out loans to keep their business running. They're playing on future profit to generate sales and keep their business afloat. Now, what happens is in 2023 to even 2024, inflation's up, economy's on a downturn, recession is looming. People are now going to be squeezed for profit. The businesses that survive a recession are businesses that are cash flow heavy and they're self-sufficient. They have low expenses and they're able to operate in that like 40 to 50% net margin, especially in e-commerce because the margins are so tight as it is. The second step is, or the second bottleneck I see majority of founders struggle with is the lack or the intrinsic value they have to actually manage front-end acquisition themselves. Majority of the founders struggle with running ads, therefore they lead to outsourcing to ad agencies. And when you have a heavy dependence on outsourcing to ad agencies, you have an ad agency for Facebook, you have an ad agency for TikTok, you have an ad agency for Google, you're losing control of your marketing message because one agency has 5 clients, you have another agency that has 10 clients, you have another agency that has 15 clients. If you're not their highest paying customer, you're bottom of the barrel, and whatever strategy they're pushing, it's only intrinsically impediment for them to look good on paper. Majority of agencies are going to over-report data. They're going to retarget your existing customer base. They're not really growing your bottom line to make sure they get that contract renewed at the end of the month. Where what I see the opposite of and the transition that's happening and what I help founders do is when I teach a founder how to actually look at all these data points, how to build a coherent marketing structure, to utilize Meta as top of funnel, to utilize Google as heavy retargeting, and to touch TikTok more with a Gen Z type of product for top of funnel prospecting, and you use these access channels coherently, that founder himself has the ability to now build an in-house team. Because realistically, if you're spending, let's say, $100K a month in ad spend, you only need maybe 1 or 2 full stack media buyers. And then from there, as you expand, I mean, the process behind it is we're not targeting interests. We're not doing lookalikes. We're not retargeting. We're keeping the ad account simple, especially with Meta. It's one campaign, CBO, creative testing with DCTs, and then we're focusing on the highest leverage activities possible within the funnel. This is better creatives, better landing pages, better offers, split testing, stress testing, pushing higher AOV bundles. And that's where I see the pitfall. Majority of the founders outsource to agencies, and agencies are holding these brands by the balls to scale, which in detriment, you're paying 10, 15, 20K retainers, and you have no control of your net profit margin, and you have no control of your marketing direction because you lack these skill sets as a founder, or you fail to understand what intrinsically is good on each advertising platform. Now, the third phase is the lack of open to opportunity. The brands that I see I'm seeing a shift in direct to consumer. I'm seeing a shift in the people that are dominating the market. I'm seeing a transition from traditional founders, traditional 20 plus employee based companies downsize into now just a lean, mean team of operation of 5 members on board, and that's literally all you need. The reason for this is because the brands that are killing it and crushing it, that are taking over the market, are guys that came from the dropshipping game, guys that were direct response marketers, guys that understand the copywriting fundamentals, understand the fundamentals of building out the proper sales funnel, utilizing these channels, building these high AOV offers. These guys are dominating the market and are beginning to outcompete everybody else because their willingness and hunger and ambition to utilize tactics that are not known to the market. For example, when I look at even influencers that caught surge like Tate or even these other guys on TikTok where they don't even have a profile, but you have other people reposting their content organically. Those kind of black hat tactics that are being utilized and are being massively adopted by these ambitious direct response marketers, they are dominating the landscape. They're outcompeting traditional D2C brands that have been around for 2, 3, 4, or 5 years with big employees that are scared to create content that's on brand, that's scared to create a community, that's afraid of stepping out to the norm. When in a market that's super competitive now, what gets results and what generates wins are these underutilized black hat tactics. Lastly, the last phase. If you take heavy VC capital, especially as a D2C founder, you are bound to fail. You're literally bound to fail. I've worked with my fair share of VC-backed companies, and it was not the best experience because in a market where downturn is happening and you're being squeezed for profits and you have just an inflow of just cash flow from an investor or VC capitalist, what happens is this causes overcrowdedness and a lack of concentration from the founder itself. The founder, when they have a lump sum of cash, they're focused on creating content that's made to look pretty. They're focused on the organic side. They're focused on sustaining their presence or their online awareness instead of actually focusing on activities that drive the needle forward. Because to go from a brand that's 0 to 1 million, it's pretty simple. You just need one product that has market fit and you're scaling across 1 or 2 access channels. But the leap from 1 million to 10 million is, okay, A, you need a high AOV bundle, or you need profitable front-end unit economics, and then on the back end, you need really strong retention strategies that get people to come back to your business 3 to even 4 or 5 times in one single calendar year. You need to build a community to have that organic presence. You need to be pushing 100, 150K, 200K in ad spend across multiple channels to survive. And apart from that, when you have these combinations of profitable NCPA and a high LTV, you have a ton of cash flow to now follow the next phase, which is launching new product SKUs, new product verticals, building that moat for your business so that even if you have a competitor that's copying your SKU, they can't outcompete you because you have a moat around other product verticals you've already dominated. And that's the phase to go from 1 to 10 million, and even 10 million to even further, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50 mil, right? So that is the landscape I'm looking at and navigating from. Now, I think there's a great opportunity for brands to take advantage, especially in Q3 going into Q4. Like some of the clients we're working with, what we're implementing right away is pushing new AOV bundles, pushing new funnels, new landing pages, new offers, so that when it comes to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of the campaigns that we have live are ironclad. They're tested, they're proven. And there's no chance of hope that we're going to fail Black Friday. This is probably going to be the biggest Black Friday from previous years. And I can confidently state those claims because we're doing all of the testing right now. We're pushing different product verticals, new SKUs, new funnels. We're seeing a drop in NCPA. We're going fully broad, no interest stack targeting, no lookalikes, no retargeting. We're working with the algorithms to drop our CPAs, to drop our CPMs. Because right now, for one client, I mean, one of our CPMs is at $13, going fully broad, and we're spending $500 in daily spend. So that is the shift I'm noticing, and the brands that crush it are following these protocols. The brands that aren't crushing it are doing the quite opposite of what I just covered. So with that being said, if you're looking to scale profitably, especially in 2024, you want to set yourself up for success for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You don't want to attract bottom feeder customers. You want to attract customers that opt in on Black Friday and stay with you for the rest of the year as you expand in 2024. You can check out my 30-page protocol I have down below. It walks you through everything A to Z, how to build Grand Slam offers, how to dial in your front and unit economics, how to optimize your sales funnel, how to scale profitably across multiple access channels, how to use them coherently. As I mentioned before, you can download 30-page protocol. I link down below. And apart from that, if you're a D2C founder, you're tired of working with ad agencies, you're tired of getting burned, you can book in a consultation call with me directly, and I'll walk you through the exact bottlenecks in your business to help you expand and scale profitably going into 2024, while also helping you build in-house with just a team of 5 employees.